Hey yo everyone, Andrew here, bringing you another video. And today we are going to be doing my Andrew Cutter Picks of the Week, as well as news and updates. Now, for those who are new to my channel, know nothing about this video series, basically my Andrew Cutter Picks of the Weeks are where I take a look at this week in DC Comics. Then I select the comic that I enjoyed the most, and I declare my Andrew Cutter Pick of the Week. Now, if at any time during this video you see a comic that you would like to see more of a review on, well, don't worry, I did a review of each and every single one of these issues, and it's going to be in the previous video, so you can just check it out on my channel. In addition to that, I will talk about any news or updates pertaining to my channel or anything else in general. So with that said, let's get into this week with DC Comics, which was a big week, but the main reason why it was a big week is because we got 4 new titles from the second wave, and like I said, I would be picking up at least issue number 1 for each comic in the second wave, and let me tell you why. I am a firm believer in trying new things, as long as it's not something detrimental or bad for you. For example, I don't mind trying new food, but I would never say, hey, I'll go try some drugs because it's new. No, not like that, but trying new things like new foods, maybe new sports, or, of course, new comics, I am a firm believer in because you never know if you might like something. Whenever I go to a restaurant, I try not to order the same thing twice in a row. I try to always do something different because I like variety. Variety is the spice of life. So that's my philosophy when it's come down to this relaunch. And I've been trying a lot of new things. I think the only titles from the new 52 I have not got issue number ones on are the Legion Superheroes, Legion Lost, Frankenstein, Agent of Shade, and I think that's it. I think I got mostly the issue number ones from everything else. So, like I said, with the Wave 2, I'm going to pick up each and every single issue number ones because although I think I'm only going to pick up Batman Inc., Earth 2, and World's Finest, you never know. You never know. The Ravengers are actually starting to look a little appealing. So, with that said, let's just go into the comics themselves. This week we had Earth 2, we had World's Finest, both number ones. GI Combat issue number 1, Dial H issue number 1. It's really killing me not saying Dial H for Hero. Uh, Detective Comics issue number 9, Batwing issue number 9, Green Arrow issue number 9. Definitely something that won't be an Andrew Cutter pick of the week. Teen Titans annual issue number 1, The Start of the Calling. Stormwatch issue number 9. Animal Man issue number 9. Swamp Thing issue number 9. Justice League International issue number 9. And Action Comics issue number 9. This week, for the most part, is a very consistent week. Other than Green Arrow, every comic has either been okay or good. But nothing has stood out as absolutely amazing. However, there's 4 comics that tickled my fancy a little bit more than anything else in this this week. I almost said this new 52. Silly me. I'm getting a little stir crazy right now, and I'll tell you why when we get into the news and updates. But for the 4 comics that stood out to me the most this week, and that I enjoyed the most this week, and again, they're not necessarily the best, they're just the ones that I enjoyed the most, were Earth 2, which is no surprise there. This was really fun. Batwing was really good. Teen Titans Annual Issue number 1 was actually pretty good. And then finally, Justice League International. A lot of good stuff. Really enjoyable. And you're probably all thinking I'm going to go with Earth 2 as my pick. And Earth 2 is actually coming in second place. I did like Earth 2 a lot, but I think there was one comic that I enjoyed more than others this week. And a lot of people may disagree with me on this, but by Andrew Carter Pick of the Week is Justice League International issue number 9. Why? Because it was Omactastic. I just did a new word. It just everything fell into place really nicely here. We had good dialogue, we had good character development for characters that most of us don't even care about, like Godiva. I don't care about Godiva, but for some reason, throughout the series, Dan Jurgens is starting to make me like her. And more importantly, Olmec showed up, and when Olmec showed up, he ripped and teared through the Justice League. There was some great action, great fight scenes, really fun stuff going on, and I just love Olmec a lot. Like I said, Earth 2 comes in a close second, and it does a fantastic job for a first issue, but I'm going to have to go with Justice League International as the comic I enjoyed the most this week. Again, I'm not saying it's the best comic, it's just the one that I enjoyed the most this week, the one that I just sat down and went, to. Even now, just flipping through the pages, there's some just really fun fight stuff, and more so, this is gonna tie into Firestorm next month. So if you want to kind of continue the story, get Justice League International, get the previous issue of Firestorm, get the next issue of Firestorm. But yeah, on a whole, this was a really fun week. Other than Green Arrow, which is just not good. There's good ideas, it's just not good writing. As for news and updates, as I said, on a personal note, I'm going to do some personal updates. I'm getting a little stir crazy. Why? Because my car is the biggest problem car there is. I bought it slightly used in 2006, and it's a 2005 Ford Taurus. It's no Camaro LS1, or it's not any kind of like hot rod, but it was, for the most part, a new car. It was used only a little bit. I have had more problems with that car than anything in the world. That car has gone in the shop, oh God, more times than my fiance and I have kissed. It's ridiculous how many times that car has gone in the shop. However, this time it's not a mechanical problem, although I will have to bring it into the shop down my street next Wednesday. The reason why it's in the shop now is it went to Mako and needs to get a paint job because it's old. I got it in 06. That was, what, 6 years ago? I've had that car a while. I've actually paid it off. So I'm stuck in the house. You know, my mother is out doing errands, so I can't get driven anywhere from her. My father is not around right now. He's at work. My fiance is doing the same thing I'm doing. She's job hunting. I did some job hunting today. I applied to a few places. But she's busy until later on in the night. And my friend Jay is going to be coming down. My friend Galvajay, I call him Galvajay if you don't know that. He's going to be coming down a little bit later too. He's coming down around 1:30ish. So actually within an hour, and we're gonna play some video games. We're gonna go out and we're gonna have a good time. It's gonna be fun. Jay's always a blast to go out with because Jay says the most random shit that's absolutely the most hilarious stuff that you ever hear. It is like a quiet individual. So when he says stuff, it's like, what the hell? Other news. You guys wanted a video about my comic store? I have it. In the description down below, and I will keep it there permanently, will be a link to my comic store, which is called Comically Speaking, and it will also have a video showcasing the store itself, everything they have there. Let me take a little moment to talk about my comic store. My comic store is the best comic store I've ever been to. And I'm not just saying that because it's my comic store. I have been to comic store after comic store after comic store. Even those big comic stores that they promote, I've been to, they're not good as Comically Speaking. Comically Speaking has had the best selection of issues I've ever seen. The best selection of trade paperbacks and hardcovers I've ever seen. Rare finds like Wonder Woman, The Challenge of Artemis, or Batman Legacy, or Batman Prey I have found at my comic store. Although Batman Prey won't be that rare anymore because I think they're re-releasing it. But best selection of figures that I've ever seen. Just watch the video down below. It will show you and tell you everything. Not just that, the owner, Patrick, is a nice guy. He is a great guy. He always looks to help you out. Where most comic stores charge you a little extra, if you subscribe to him and if you do a pull list with him, he actually gives you a discount, which is great. He really is a nice guy. He comes off as a little intimidating at first because he's kind of a big, strong guy with tattoos, bald, a big goatee. It's kind of funny. The first time I went to Comically Speaking, I had to be 10 years old. My God, that was like 14 years ago. And I went there looking for One sec. I even have it right here. I went there looking for a Shadows of the Empire Dash Rendar figure because I was Shadows of the Empire just came out and I was big into Shadows. I loved Shadows of the Empire, and I wanted a Dash Rendar figure, but it was impossible to find. And when I walked in there with my mom, actually the first time I walked in there was with my brother, but I don't remember that well. But when I walked in there with my mom, there was Patrick there chilling, and he has this big snake on him. And I'm like, holy shit, this guy is awesome. And he went out of his way to find a Dash Rendar figure. He probably doesn't remember this, but I remember it vividly. Stuff like this stays in my mind. Another example of Patrick being a good guy and going out of his way for you is when the new 52 came out. I was picking my kind of thing is I pick up all the variants of Batman I can, but I missed the variant of issue number one, and I couldn't find it anywhere. I told Patrick, I said, "Hey, do you have any of the variants of issue number one?" He said, "I'll order one for you." Ordered it for me, went out of his way to get it for me. A hard to find variant issue of Batman issue number one. Got it for me. How awesome is that? Really great guy. Will go out of his way for you. Great atmosphere, and it just has a huge selection. So if you're in the Mass area or even the New England area, if you want to go a little out of your way, check it out. It's Reading, Massachusetts. It's everything you need to know is down there. So check it out. I can't recommend it enough. And as always, I will have the link down below, and I'll also have the video down below for you guys to view. So there you go. My comic store. And their video is probably better than any video I could have done. It gives you basically a great look at the store itself. On to some news. I guess should we do comic book news? We'll do comic book news first. Batman: The Dark Knight trailer number 3 has come out, and in my opinion, probably the best trailer that's come out thus far. I said this before. I haven't been really as pumped for the Dark Knight, Dark Knight Return, Dark Knight Rises, or I like to call it Batman: The Dark Knight Makes a Sandwich. But I'm starting to get a little bit more pumped each time I see something about the Dark Knight. Everyone's talking about the Avengers and Iron Man and Captain America, and while those movies will be very eye candy and tantalizing to the eyes, I'm looking forward to the story that will come from Batman: The Dark Knight Rises. Now, granted, I'm still not as pumped for it as I was for The Dark Knight or Batman Begins, but probably because it's a bit away. I think it's in June it comes out. I could be wrong. Um, but after seeing this trailer, I'm starting to get a little bit more pumped, a little bit more interested, a little bit more into it. I'm actually getting very excited because, it's Batman. So the trailer was pretty good. We get to see Catwoman working with Batman a little bit more. We get to see a little bit more Bane. We get to see a little bit more of the downfall of Batman. Stipulation of what I think is going to happen is I think because Liam Neeson is going to be in it, and he's probably going to be Ra's al Ghul, of course, because he was Ra's al Ghul beforehand. I'll say Ra's al Ghul for this video because that's how they say in the movie. It's Ra's al Ghul. But um, similar to in Batman Legacy, Bane joined up with Ra's al Ghul to kind of be his apprentice. In this, Bane could be just coming back, working for Ra's al Ghul to finish the job and destroy Gotham. And I think that's what's going to be the case. And I think he's kind of blackmail Selina Kyle. I just kind of paused my video by mistake because I was screwing around with the buttons. Shouldn't do that. But yeah, I think Selina Kyle is going to be blackmailed into working for Bane, but she'll eventually work for Batman. And, it looks like a good trailer, and I'm getting pumped for it. Not quite. If there's a level 1 through 10, 1 being like, to 10 being, oh my god, I need to watch this. I'm probably right now at a 7. I'm at like, I'm legitimately getting excited for this. So I'm getting excited for it. I think it'll be a fun movie. I think it'll be a good movie, and I think it'll wrap up, Noel's Batman pretty well. So, in saying that, that's about all we have for comic news. Nothing really else comes out. Let's talk about video games, shall we? Nintendo 3DS is getting a purple midnight color for the 3DS. Now, I don't know if this means that they're not going to do a 3DS Lite. Who knows? But yeah, we're getting a new color for the 3DS and it looks beautiful. If I had money, I'd buy it, but I don't. It happens. Um, Nintendo also announces that they're going to have, starting with the 3DS, you can buy full games on the 3DS online network, or you can buy it in the store. So when the new Super Mario Bros. 2 comes out, that's announced for the Nintendo 3DS, you can either buy it on the 3DS or you can buy it at the store. I think this is a great idea, although I'm probably going to still purchase it at the store because I like displaying my games. I love displaying my games. It's just what I do. From my Wii's all the way to my GameCubes, down to my Super Nintendos and my Game Boys and Game Boys Advance, to my Game Boy DS and my 3DS, to my Xbox 360. I love displaying my games. It's just what I do. So I'll continue getting the box. But for those people out there that don't want to have a box to lug around, you can just download the game, which is good. Uh, so that is was brought up. We're preparing for E3. I think it's June 5th it comes out. I'm pretty sure it comes out on June 5th, but I could be wrong. But yeah, we're getting prepared for E3. Looking like it's going to be good. I'm interested in what's coming out of Nintendo more than anything. A lot of people will say, "Well, Andrew, that's because you're a Nintendo fanboy." No, it's because well, yeah, it is because I'm a Nintendo fanboy, but it's also because the Wii U is going to be talked about a bit. Hopefully, we can get a price on the Wii U. Some people think it's going to be expensive in the 200s. I don't care. I've been saving up money. I think I have. How much money do I have saved up right now? 1, 2, 3. So I have 100 right now saved up, and I'll just save up like $20 each week. And I'm sure by the time the Nintendo Wii U comes out, I will purchase it with a game or two because I love it. Whenever a new system from Nintendo comes out, I buy it. I am a Nintendo fanboy. I will shamelessly say it. I am a Nintendo fanboy. But there's good reason for that because Nintendo always brought what I wanted when it came down to games. Another thing about games, there is the PlayStation All Star Rumble, whatever it's called. I forget what it's called, but it's basically, and let me just pull up a page. Maybe I can actually get the name of it so that this doesn't seem like I'm half-assing the video itself. But basically, it is PlayStation or Sony's version of Super Smash Brothers. Um, it will probably be. Um, Yeah, I don't see it. Okay. But yeah, it's like Sony's PlayStation All Star Super Smash Up something majiggy jiggy wiggy tiggy tiggy biggy biggy something something something. Some ridiculously long name other than something straight streamlined like Super Smash Bros. Melee. So the I think it's the All Star. Okay, here it is. I wasted 10 minutes doing this. But it's PlayStation All Stars Battle Royale. That's kind of long. But basically, it is Super Smash Brothers for the PlayStation. Um, I'll give it a chance. I don't have PlayStation. My buddy will probably pick it up. I'll see how it is. It's going to be tough stepping into that kind of category where Brawl is because Brawl is one of the most played games, not only of this gen, not only of the Wii, but of this gen. They're going to be stepping into a big world and they're going to have to deal with it. Uh, so we'll see. You know what the thing is about the Nintendo franchises, though, kind of smoothly transition over into each other. It's going to be funny seeing Kratos going around killing people in the PlayStation universe. But on a whole, I'm going to give it a chance to see how it is. Sony brings quality to their games. Microsoft, I don't think quite as much, but Sony does. Like Nintendo, they care about making customers rather than making money. I mean, everyone cares about making money, but they care about making customers. Same as Nintendo, so I think it'll be a good quality game. I had something else on my head. Yes, Last night I just beat Okamiden, so I beat Okami and beat Okamiden was really fun. So now I'm done with my 3DS and my regular DS games. I kind of have the itch to play Pokemon, but I don't know if I'm going to jump into Pokemon just yet. I might just wait until Black and White 2 comes out. I love Pokemon to death, but if you play too much of it, your head will spin. Uh, so I'm thinking about either getting Street Fighter for the 3DS or Star Fox 64 3D. How about you guys take a little vote and tell me what you think I should get? And I'll take into consideration because I'm really torn. On one hand, I think I will get more play value out of Star Fox 64 3D. However, I think if I bought Super Street Fighter 4 3D for the Nintendo 3DS, I might actually appreciate it more than I have on the Xbox because I have not liked. A lot of people will hate me for this, but I have not liked the new Street Fighter. It's okay, but I've not liked it. So maybe the 3D version will be better. Let's see. So yeah, that's about all for video games. Oh, I forgot. Avengers is coming out. You guys are probably wondering if I'm going to go see it because I do not read Marvel. Does that mean I don't do anything Marvel? I will probably go see the Avengers. I will probably go with friends, but I will probably go next week if I do go. I mean, it looks like it's going to be good. I think it will be a big explosion action film more than anything, but I think it will be good. So we'll see what goes down with that. Um, Big turnout for my last question and answer video. I'd like to thank everyone that's asked a question, and I'm sorry to anyone that I missed. I think there was a few people that asked some questions, but they asked them while I was making the video, so I'm sorry. Uh, but yeah, that's about all. I don't want to make this video too long. I've been making my videos pretty damn long lately, but yeah, that's about all for today. So comments, questions, feedback, everything to send there. And as always, check out Comically Speaking site, okay? I'm going to end this video here. This is Andrew saying peace out for now.